An American family, Curtis Paul, his wife Helen, and their daughters Jen and Ellie, come to England and rent an old country estate. The owner of the house, an elderly woman, Mrs. Aylwood, is alarmed from the very beginning by the fact that the eldest daughter, Jen, strongly resembles her own daughter, Karen, who disappeared many years ago. The family moves into the house. Jen begins to notice strange phenomena. In the forest near the estate, she sees blue lights and geometric shapes resembling triangles. In one of the mirrors, she sees the image of a blindfolded girl. The atmosphere in and around the house seems unusual and disturbing. The youngest daughter, Ellie, asks her parents for a puppy. She buys a dog and calls it a strange name, Narak. When Mike, the son of a local resident, Mary Fleming, sees that this name in the mirror reads Karen, he guesses about the connection with the missing daughter of Mrs. Aylwood. One day, Ellie chases a puppy that runs away into the woods. Jen rushes to look for her and finds her sister by the pond. In the water, Jen sees a circle of light that suddenly blinds her, and she falls into the water. Jen almost drowns, but is saved by Mrs. Aylwood, who happens to be nearby. After that, Mrs. Aylwood takes the girls to her house and remembers the night her daughter disappeared. Mike continues to inquire about the case and finds out that his mother Mary was with Karen at the time she disappeared, but Mary refuses to talk about the details. Meanwhile, Jen seeks information from John Keller, a local aristocrat who was in the woods that night, but he avoids talking. Returning through the forest, Jen meets an old hermit, Tom Colley. He says that he was also present at the scene of Karen's disappearance. According to him, it happened during a peculiar ceremony that the teenagers held in an abandoned chapel on the night of a lunar eclipse. At that moment, lightning struck the bell tower, and Karen disappeared. Jen comes to the conclusion that in order to return Karen, they need to recreate the events of that night. She plans to hold a ceremony in the old chapel during the next solar eclipse. She persuades Mary, John, and Tom to take part, although they all doubt and fear a repeat of the tragedy. When the day of the eclipse arrives, Jen gathers the participants in the chapel. At the same time, Ellie, who remained at home, watches the eclipse. Suddenly, she falls into a trance and begins to move towards the forest and the chapel. Jen and the others hold a ceremony. Suddenly, a strong wind rises, the windows break, the candles go out. At this moment, Ellie enters the chapel. Her voice changes, and words that do not belong to her come from her lips. Through her, it is explained that 30 years ago, an accidental transition between worlds occurred. Karen found herself in another dimension, and in her place, an unknown creature came to our world and began to wander the forest. This creature was called the Observer. The creature emerges from Ellie's body and manifests as a bright pillar of light. It creates an energy field in which Jen rises into the air. Mike rushes to her and manages to pull her back. The creature disappears. The eclipse is coming to an end. Karen appears in the chapel. She looks the same as she did when she disappeared. Her age has not changed. She still has the blindfold tied on her eyes that night. At this moment, Mrs. Aylwood enters the chapel and sees her daughter returning.